We are one game into the college football season, and we already have a top 10 upset. The Florida State Seminoles are your first victim of the college football season as they fall 24 to 21 to Georgia Tech in Dublin in an amazing game. And I'm here to right the ship, get things back on track, and rebuild Florida State into a college football champion. So here's how the roster looks year one, including the defensive line that was supposed to be really, really good and looked really, really not against Georgia Tech. Could just be because Georgia Tech looked really good. Their offensive line looks really good. The defense should really be a strong suit for us. We've got a lot of juniors, not a lot of upperclassmen on that defensive side of the ball. Plenty of guys that are going to get a lot of experience. Of course, the man of the show, DJ Uiagalelei, did not look good. DJ, you did not look good. We've got Cromenhoek, who I hope does not leave because I'm going to be redshirting him. He has really good depth. I believe he has star in this game. Yes, he has star. So he's a guy to really look out for, as well as Brock Glenn. Two guys that have kind of had a lot of hype, I guess, around them. So hopefully they'll mean something for us. Running back wise, we've got Jalen Lucas and Roydell Williams that are hopefully going to lead us for 2 years before Cam Davis comes in and really becomes our lead back. Wide receiver wise, we've got a lot of young guys here, but there's a lot of work to be done. This is definitely a position group that I want to go after because we need better weapons for our quarterbacks. We've got some developmental guys. The big thing is, though, outside of wide receiver, we really need to focus on getting a good offensive line. We've got guys in the stable, but I just want to keep it up because getting trenches in the game is so important. Defensively, we have a lot of juniors. We got a lot of young guys running like a 4-2, 4-2-5 with this defense because otherwise we would be really, really screwed. So yeah, this is just how it looks so far. This is kind of what I'm basing my recruiting class on. I've got my preliminary class where I've sort of scouted and stuff. Got just some guys, to be honest. This is really just a collection of guys that were really interested in us. I've got to go get another receiver, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with what we've got. All right, so we are literally one game into the season, and I've already made my first mistake. Yeah, so I thought we were the home team in terms of it being like as home as you can get, I guess. Turns out we were the away team, even though it says versus and not at. So I accidentally forced the win for us. So to correct it, I'm going to force a loss against Boston College. Hopefully it turns out. I'll probably force a win for Georgia Tech later down the road so they at least get a ranked win. But yeah, my bad. So through 5 weeks, or I guess 6 weeks, we are 3-2. We suffered a tough loss on the road against SMU. So coming off that, we have to play Clemson at home. Big game here. We've got a lot of visits coming in this week, and we have a chance to get some really big recruits. We have 3 4-stars so far, 2 on the offensive line. We have a 5-star gem tackle coming into town and a 5-star gem athlete who looks to be a halfback for us coming into town, along with a lot of other guys, 5-star tackle. Really trying to build up this team, so we need this win more than anything. All right. We're backed up here. Got to make a stop. Have not been able to stop their run game at all. But we do right here. Let's go. Give me that, man. Come on. They try to run an option on us. I've been running an option for the last like 4 days. They don't. Do we rough the kicker? I'm killing myself. Oh my gosh. All right, man. 2-point game. We got a chance to take a lead here. Fuck. Get that, get that, get that, get that, get that. We got a chance. Oh my god. We got a chance. Yep. Give me that. Give me that. Alright, man, for OT. Let's not blow this. This is heartbreaking. Oh my god, dude. And here we are, Miami week. We're 4-3, not great. We have a chance to make the season for Miami. Also, not great. One thing that is great right now is our recruiting class. We currently sit as a top 5 class with 2 5-stars, 7 4-stars. Pretty good class overall. We're really working on the trenches. We got plenty of gems, including some 5-star gems, which is huge. Those guys are going to be really, really good for us. We've got some guys that are looking to commit, including G-Day Sneed, or Steed, sorry. And then we got some guys that we're sort of encroaching on. Hopefully we can land a pretty damn good class, and then we can fill in the rest of the gaps with the transfer portal. But we've got a date with Miami, and I really want to screw them over because they stole a 5-star from me. Ooh, touchdown! Let's go. What a fucking ball, man. I was like, please don't pick this off. Please don't pick this off. I got him. Get him. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Dude. DJ. Bro. So Cam Rising is your Heisman Trophy winner, and we are bowling. In the Holiday Bowl, we get to play Maryland. We actually finished 7-5 on the year. We had 2 interesting wins. As you see, NC State beats Clemson in the ACC Championship. We beat the shit out of North Carolina. North Carolina's a good team this year. We beat Notre Dame pretty well, but we wound up losing a close one to Florida. Really unfortunate. We could have finished 8-4, been ranked. I don't know how much that would have really meant, but maybe a better bowl game, maybe a little bit better team prestige, championship contender, etc. But we get to play Maryland. I kind of am thinking of changing my philosophy because I've been trying to go to the big games, play the tough teams, but I'm playing on Heisman and it's really difficult. So I am kind of thinking next year I'm gonna maybe go try and play like a Duke, and then maybe play like an FCS team or play like somebody weaker and schedule a lot of my visits for them so I can at least get a lot of the goals that I want. And that way I'm not like losing these big games and screwing our season over because it's tough, man. It's not easy playing on Heisman, um, especially after the last update. I don't know what they did, but they've made it really difficult. But we are done with the early signing period. I'm gonna go ahead and get him off my board. A little unfortunate, but we do finish with a 6th ranked class, so that's huge. Moving, right step in the direction. Let's see if we can win this bowl game, and then go ahead and get to National Signing Day. We are bowl champions. All of the DirecTVs are ours. We did wind up firing our offensive coordinator and hiring Brent Cobb from Miami of Ohio. He's a master motivator. And for some reason on these screens, whenever it does this, if I go to him, it's gonna give me like the generic guy that they would have given me if not. So I think I have to wait until the actual start of the season. But it does say that he has master motivator, which is really big. That means that since I don't have anything in motivator, we're able to grow our players a little bit better than we could before. And I just think we needed to switch up. 8-5 for Florida State would be a really disappointing year this year. All right, so we are here in the transfer portal. These are the guys we're looking at so far. We've got Matthew McDoom, seems to be in the transfer portal every single dynasty I do from Coastal Carolina. Fire name, 3rd ranked prospect in the transfer portal We've also got Kamari Wilson out of Arizona State, 17th ranked prospect and a strong safety for us. I've got Tucker Gleason. I feel like he'd be fun. Quarterback from Toledo. Should have a big year this year at Toledo. Pretty excited for him. We've got Jaden Gibson and Mario Williams from Oklahoma and Tulane, respectively, to fill out some deep threat roles in our offense at the wide receiver position. We've got Elijah Herring out of Memphis. Should also have a really big year and shore up that Memphis defense. We're going to try and bring him in and make our defense as sure as possible because I want to switch to a 3-3-5 just for better sim results. I've got Wyatt Lawson out of FIU and Marquez Bargman out of Georgia State. There's two older transfers to bring in on the offensive line as we let the young guys develop. And lastly, Miles Montgomery, running back at a UCF, 38th ranked prospect. Hopefully we can bring him in, get some nice flair to our running game. We really need sort of all the help we can get clearly because we are not where we need to be now. And I really want the young guys to develop. So getting some transfers to play over them, I think, is just the best bet for that. All right, y'all, National Signing Day, and we had an absolute disaster class of a transfer class coming in. Miles Montgomery went to Auburn. They just beat us out. We both got the same time. He decided Auburn's the best for him. We got both linemen we wanted, Bargman and Lawson. They both looked to be pretty good. Bargman was a 27th ranked transfer. We got Herring, so we can make that switch to 3-3-5. But we lose Mario Williams, who flipped on us because we were going to overtake Ohio State, and he just went full out Gator at like the last minute. And we lost Jaden Gibson to Ohio State, really unfortunate. We lose Kamari Wilson to Clemson. We lose Matthew McDoom to Georgia, and Tucker Gleason to Florida. We lose so many guys to so many rivals, so many big teams in our area. We get some of the trench guys, but we don't get any of the skill position guys. Just real unfortunate class for us. But we do finish with the 6th ranked class, so it's not all doom and gloom. I would have liked to get those transfers though, because I think if we get those guys, we're looking at like a top 3 class, and that could mean a lot more XP for us, and we're unlocking more of the recruiter bonuses than we currently can now. So here's our team going to year 2. We're an 89 overall. We've got a pretty damn good defense, a lot of depth. At quarterback, we're going to start Chrono. For some reason, my red shirt on him just did not work. I think it's because I did it too late, and I fucked with the depth charts, and I think it just auto-reset the depth chart. But he was actually our, like field goal snap holder. So that sucks, but he is going to start for us. He's got star dev. I want that to progress. I wish he'd progress more, and I wish we had a transfer to play over him, but it's okay. Frank Tuttle and Ian Hart have pretty okay dev, so I'm going to let them redshirt, while Greg Storm, who's sadly a normal dev, can be the 4th running back. Wide receiver wise, we've got JD Steed and Skalski, who I'm redshirting because they both have elite dev. So that's big. That's fun. I believe Skalski is. Nope, you're not Skalski. You're black. Skalski is a. He's got star. He's got star. Okay. All right, y'all. It's Kent State week, and we are 3-0. We have had a really good start to the season. We beat down on Bama. We beat down on Wake Forest. We beat down on Marshall. Our defense is looking good. Our offense is playing well. We're cooking a little bit. Let me just say that we're cooking a little bit. Recruiting wise, haven't had any commits just yet, but we've got some guys kind of coming up in the pipeline looking to get. I'm going after not only the 3rd nationally ranked player and the number 1 edge guy, but also this number 8th ranked player and the number 1 outside off-ball linebacker here, along with an assortment of other guys. We're really going to try and make a big push going into this Kent State game, and I'm going to start scheduling people as they sort of progress towards that later game we're going to play against Pitt. So guys like Cole Redmond here is the 4th ranked quarterback who wants to come here. Might want to grab him. We're looking pretty good on these battles, but we really got to focus up because schools like to try and win late. We can't allow that to happen. So how about we jump into this Kent State game? I can't move because my running back is running into me. What are we doing here, man? Where are you going? Where are you going? just threw it through the fucking referee's dick. Heisman pose. 5-star. That's huge for us, man. We're getting a lot of commits. Another one. Another one. Another one. Goddamn. Whoa. Whoa, they got this dude on Heisman watch. Uh-oh. I've got him. Come down with it. Oh my gosh, what a catch. Oh my gosh, what a catch. That's gross. That's gross. We're going to go with old reliable here. Got the outside. Stop playing with us, man. We have an ACC championship to play. We finished the year, or the regular season, I should say, third overall in the country, 11-1. Really good season for us. We did everything we needed to do, everything that we maybe should have done last year. We beat some pretty good teams. We did lose one game, and that was to NC State on the road, trap game. I think we just got, a classic sim upset. But we beat Florida by 1 point. It's kind of funny. But yeah, man, we had a really good year. Of course, we're the third ranked team in the country. We have to have a really good year. Nobody's undefeated in this, by the way. We're the best record. And again, because the committee hates Florida State, we're not number 1 or number 2. Roanoke had a really good season, especially for a sophomore getting his first start. Roydell Williams, we will miss him. He was so vital for us. McCoy, the freshman, redshirt freshman, almost an 1,000-yard season, will be after this game. I'll be completely honest. I don't think we need to super sim anything here. This is a bit of a blowout. We can just go ahead, figure out who we're playing in the college football playoff. I believe, because we're the third team in the nation and we're about to win the ACC, we get a bye. So hopefully we get a weak opponent, even a group of 5 opponent that we can just dominate in our first game. So you can see here we are at the college football playoff bracket, and we have Ohio State in the Orange Bowl there, down at the bottom. And you can look at the other matchups, see sort of what happened. If Georgia Tech beats Kansas State, we can get a rematch of Georgia Tech. That'd be kind of fun. I also, at the top, noticed that Temple at 9-4 got an automatic qualifier and got a bye because Alabama decided to create chaos. So, I guess you love to see it. Shout out the Owls, man. I never see them here. All right, we got a field goal here. Time ticking down. A chance to take the lead going into the half. Hopefully, at least get some points on the board. Keep it close. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. It's huge for us. Let's go to the half. 9-7. And this one is over. Not a lot for me to show you guys. We really just put our feet on their necks. To be completely honest, we just stepped on them the entire second half. As you can see, 36-14 compared to 9-7 is a pretty big jump. A little bit of a jump. So sadly, it seems that we will not be able to play Georgia Tech. Instead, we've got Kansas State, who has the Heisman Trophy winner in Avery Johnson. So interesting matchup there. Kansas State usually does pretty well in sim, but we're super sim in this game, so maybe that'll make some sort of difference. But we got the Peach Bowl, another bowl game close to us. But to be fair, like almost every BCS bowl is in the Southeast, so it's like a given. But interesting matchup. Maybe we can make some noise. Heading over to bracket here, we can see that it's Bama and Penn State to decide who is in the national championship. So gotta take care of business here, and then we can make our way to Miami. And I think winning a national championship in Miami would be pretty poetic. All right, we got a 2-point conversion here. Kansas State were really putting the pressure on us, but we just scored a touchdown, and Roanoke to the end zone, incomplete. So we have some work to do still. 5 minutes left in the third. We have 12 minutes overall because it's 7-minute quarters for me. And, we got to make something shake if we want to win this game. All right, we're right back in the red zone. We're down 29-22. Kansas State just went down and scored, but we have had 2 big plays to get us to this point. inside the 20. Kromano, plenty of time. He's going to deliver to the cameraman on the side of the field. Got to reset what we're doing here. 3rd and 8. Big down for us. We've got to move the ball here. Got to score. We're doing an RPO bubble screen, and it's going nowhere. And we're bringing out the field goal unit. We are going to need a stop. We're going to need something big. Field goal's good. So if we get a stop, we have a chance to go up. We score a touchdown. It's something called mathematics right there. Today, we get another stop. That's huge. We're going to burn another timeout. If I'm the head coach, which technically I am, but also technically I'm not, I'm saving my last timeout no matter what happens here. Because I'm going to need all the time I can, all the ability to stop the clock that I can in case something happens during our drive. That seems like a first down potentially, but also a hold. This one is coming back. You can't do that. You can't do that. Alright, I'll shut the fuck up. Okay, why did we decline that? Okay, I guess that's why. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, 1st and 10. A minute 42 on the clock. A chance to go down and win this game. Send us to the title game. A little dump off pass right there. Go ahead and move the sticks. We're going to be just under a minute 30 once this play starts. Kromano looking. Got somebody. Sideline. What a catch from Lee. On just under a minute 30 left. 4-point ball game inside the 40. Kromano has a chance to send the Florida Seminoles to a national championship. He's going to scramble. He's got the first down, and he's got a little bit more right on the CFB logo. Is it prophecy? Is he saying something? Who knows? We've got a minute and 20 left. We're moving the ball really, really fast. Maybe a little too fast right now. And Kromano heard me, and he says, okay, coach, I'll take a sack. That's not what we wanted. 2nd and 18. A minute left on the clock. Got to make something happen. We're going to dump it down right there. It's going to be 3rd and 10. We get right back to where we started on the 25-yard line. We've got 2 plays to go 10 yards here. We have to make this work. We've got to get a first down. Nothing else will work. Kromano to the end zone. Touchdown. He says, I don't need a first down. I'm getting it all. If there was ever a moment to prove that you are the Heisman, the true Heisman, this is it. 1st and 18. They're back on the 8. Under 50 seconds left. 3-point ball game. They have 92 yards to go, and they won't go anywhere. And who else, man? Who else but Bama? Who else but the team that the committee put in over us just a year ago, 2 years ago in this game technically? We have a chance for vengeance. We have a chance to beat the 20th ranked team in the country, who has made quite the run. And go ahead and make it a 17-9 game. Hopefully we can get a stop before the end of the half. Maybe get the ball back. And at least just go into the half 17-9. Because it's up. And it's good. You know, so we have 6 sacks. They have 5. These are 2 defenses that can fly. 2 defenses that can create a lot of pressure. 3rd and 17. Kromano going to dump it off to the running back. But he's going to get more than just the first. That rack coming in handy, like Sydney Sweeney, some might say. You catch what I'm saying. Roydell Williams, our stud running back, the huge catch and run to potentially win this national championship. He is tired, but he's still out there. Kromano back to pass, end zone, touchdown through contact. Almost at the 50. 37 seconds left. Bama has 1 timeout. 53 yards to go. They're going to throw it in another pass. Almost picked. He had 1 earlier in this drive. He has 1 right there. Brutal for the Seminoles. That's 2 chances they have to clinch the game. Ty Simpson rattled. He's just going to get rid of it. I don't know how that's unintentional grounding. I'll be completely honest. I don't think he was out of the tackle box, but it's okay. 28 seconds to go, and he is under pressure. Ty Simpson goes down. They're calling hurry up, and they're going to burn their timeout. They second guess it. 20 seconds left. 4th and 16. 60 yards to go. One play. Florida State could clinch it. Ty Simpson over the middle. It's no good. Incomplete. Ball hits the turf, and the turf is not a receiver. Believe it or not, the Florida State Seminoles, 1 year removed from losing in Dublin, 1 year removed from an 8-5 season, are national champions. And 44 is literally doing magic on the sidelines. Did witchcraft get us here? Sorcery? Who knows? Here are all the players that are leaving our national championship Seminole team. See if we can get total back, and we do. So keeping our pretty good dev power back, but we lose, Cheyenne Brown going to the draft. Just look at all the talent we had on our team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Bargman, our transfer, second-round pick. Now, we've won a natty. We've done our goal, but we've still got 4 more years left. So how about I send it to the post-commentary, and we just bang out these 4 years. Pause. Pause indeed, pre-recorded me, and welcome to the post-com. We're sitting here at National Signing Day, and I have a treat for you guys. We finished with the 3rd class in the nation, barely edged out, pause, by Oregon and Clemson. Oregon continues to get 35 recruits, and I don't know how they keep doing it. They have to be cutting people. The walk-ons must be going crazy. But you can see here, tons of 4-stars. We got some big 5-stars, including 2 5-star gems. It'll be huge for us. And on the transfer side, we lost Randy Pittman Jr., our really athletic tight end. But we got a lot of really good guys that are young, too. They're sophomores. They're going to be able to come in, progress with our team, and grow, and still be able to contribute this year. We have a 90 overall squad, even though we only have one player at 90, Overall, as we win this game, I think it's a replacement for championship contender, and it's pretty bad at that. Going through here, and I actually got this guy immediately. I insta-committed him with a scholarship. I do not have CEO unlocked at this point. So that is something you can do if you didn't know. You can insta-commit people, but it is super rare in this entire as we have the number 1 class right now. In this entire rebuild, I only did it once, and I did it with this guy, and I probably sent out like 160, 170 scholarships. So it's super, super rare, but you can do it. But this team, 90 overall, means that we are going to roll over the competition. You can see here against Virginia, they really stand no match against us. The average opponent that we're playing against is probably about 12 overall to 10 overall lower than us. Some of the better ACC schools are like an 82, and it just really does not matter. We have too much depth and too much talent, even for a team like Clemson. As you can see here, Cromanoke going in, and like Superman is going to fly into the end zone, and we would wind up closing this game out, closing out the conference and winning the ACC championship. Like I said, not a lot to show because we were super dominant for a majority of our games. Florida State has a pretty tough out-of-conference schedule, so we weren't perfect, but we were right about there. We end off the regular season, including the ACC game, with the 3rd-ranked class in the nation, basically head and shoulders above everybody below 5. That's just kind of how this game normally goes. But we have a date in the Peach Bowl with USC, who is completely outmatched for us. There's not a lot for me to show you here. There really isn't anything. We beat them 52-24. We started off in the first quarter as 24-0. So that just shows you the kind of team that we've got. We've got guys that are expecting our squad to go in and win big. This team that we've built is just unstoppable. We've got depth at every position. We've got 5-stars at every position. We've got speed at every position. They really can't touch us. Utah tries to take a swing at us. They go for the king, but they miss, and we wind up winning this game on a game-winning field goal. I don't know what happened to the recording of this. I had it, And for some reason, I only had that stint I showed you and then this final clip. But we did wind up winning that game. We'd go against Georgia in the national championship. And Georgia, let me tell you, they've got an offense. There is no defense to be found in this game. Georgia would wind up really opening the game up in the fourth quarter, and they would win a heartbreaking match for us, 62 to 55, I believe. Might be 48. Real tough game right there, 62-48 as the final score. A high-scoring 110-point national championship game. Really bittersweet for us. We make it that far, but we can't finish it off. But one thing that's nice for us is we get the number one class in the nation despite only have 23 prospects. We were way better than everybody else, and most of those guys were in the 30s. It's because we got a lot of 5-stars, we got a lot of big transfers, and we got a ton of gems. You see there the dev traits. If you don't know, after you sign people in the scouting department, even if you don't have the mind reader ability, it'll give you the dev trait. So you can see we got a ton of elite dev freshmen coming in. It's going to be massive for us, and we wind up going into this next season as an even better team, 93 overall, even though, again, nobody's in a 93. We're not a true 93. We're probably more like an 88. But still, based off of this overall, we are the unequivocal best team in college football, and these standings show it. They have us at number one in the nation, and we are going to get our get back because the first game we play is at home against Georgia in a non-conference. They beat us twice last year, and we put our foot on their necks, and we beat them 38-10. Again, getting our get back. And the ACC and the regular season was really no match for us. I did the math on this one. We outscored every opponent by an average of 22.5 points, which is ridiculous. But we did lose to Florida. I don't know what happened here. It's like the average bullshit sim loss, but for Florida State fans, they might think this entire season's a wash because of that. I think they'd like to go 1-11 and beat Florida every time. We'll go to the college football bracket here, show you guys what we've got. We've got a matchup against Iowa State, and look at that. They're 10 overalls lower than us in every category. We should dominate them, and while we wouldn't dominate them on the offensive side of the ball, we absolutely would defensively. A 17-7 matchup, really boring Peach Bowl, but outside of a forced fumble that allowed them to score, they could not move the ball on us at all. We really control this game throughout every single quarter. Our next matchup in the Orange Bowl against Washington, we are 7 overalls higher than them, 6 on offense, 8 on defense. Like I said, we outclass every single school except for Georgia, who we destroyed in the first game. Going through Washington, man, they put some heat on us quick, but we did not give up. 21-3, and look how quickly we can come back here. 21-10, 28-10, 28-17, 28-23. 28-29, and just like that, we were able to close out the game. We are just so explosive, so dominant. We can flip a switch like that, and we can win any game that we want to. We are at that point of this dynasty. That's an incredible stat line, by the way, 400 yards. We would play Wisconsin in the national championship, and you can see us here in the fourth quarter going up 30-16. Big plays right there. Get a field goal. Get a nice, 2-touchdown lead. Wisconsin can't move the ball. 4th and 23. They've got 4th and a mile, and they cannot convert. And we would wind up winning another national championship game for us, for this squad, for this incredibly high overall team, like we deserve, to be completely honest. We have been so good for so long. We should have won it last year. We really fell apart against Georgia. I don't know what happened in that game. But in this game, we come in. Wisconsin made a really good run in the Big Ten. They actually had an upset win in the Big Ten championship to get to this point, and they were able to beat some teams that were higher overalls than them, but they were just no match for us. They played a tough game. Like you saw, they were within 11, but it really was never that close. Going into our last season here, we are a 95 overall. I'm telling you, man, this is why I'm going so fast through these seasons, because we are way too good. Even though, again, we don't have a player above 94, we are a 95 overall. We are 4 overall points better than the second place team, and that team was Georgia, who actually, I believe, went 5-7 in this season, if I'm not mistaken. Got a deep pass here. I just want to show you this. We've got a left-handed quarterback that can sling the ball. He's slow, but he's super accurate, and he's got a pretty lively arm. In the Orange Bowl, we wound up beating Oklahoma 30-20 to start our college football playoff run. We get again another Orange Bowl. We own Miami, to be completely honest. We own this stadium. Miami's not even good in it against us. We beat Bama 41-27 in our next game to advance to the college football playoff, where we would play Oregon. It was a 90 overall. They're the closest team to us other than Georgia, and it really showed because I mean they played in a pretty tough conference. They played a pretty tough schedule, and I actually made an oopsie here. I simmed it. I was being dumb, but it doesn't really matter because we were just so good that we wound up winning anyways. I was, trust me, like it's a little sloppy at the end, but this was after about 5.5 to 6 hours of recording on like the second day. These rebuilds take a long time. The recruiting, all that really just that's a real time sink. It used to be in the older games that you could just kind of throw points and forget about it, and it didn't really matter. In this game, you have to monitor it because if you're not doing yourselves right, if you're not getting points, putting points where you need to, it doesn't, like, you're not going to get great recruits. Like I put it on auto for the last 2 seasons, to be completely honest, because I was like, I need to get through these because otherwise I was going to be here like another day, and I just did not want to do that. But as I go through the stats of the games of the national championship, and I'll eventually go through the stats of the regular season so you guys can see that, see what we finish up with. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support I can get on these videos. Trying to be a consistent content creator. If you would like more of my content, I have a TikTok that's linked in my bio. Post a lot of content on there. That's more sports talk stuff, but I do talk about games. I talk about Madden a bit, and I'll be posting this video on there too, so maybe you came from that and just want to see the full thing. Like I said, I do appreciate all the support I can get on this one. I have more in the chamber. I have more videos coming. I'm really trying to make this work. It's difficult though. These rebuilds take a while. They take a long time, but you know what, man? I'm not complaining. I'm playing a video game. I can't really complain about that. I could be doing a lot worse with myself. But yeah, thank you guys again. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.